What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we're doing yet again another Altcoins Showdown. This time we have 11 contestants. We will see who the winner is at the end of the day. If you have any requests, these are all requests. If you have any requests for any coin, stock, whatever, and I can chart it on TradingView or anything else, if I can find a chart for it, I will. Just leave a request in the comment section. Join the Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can do that, and you can leave it in the requests as well. I do see to the Discord requests first, but I try to get through all the requests that have been made in a 24-hour period. I try to get all of them done within a 24-hour period. So while things are still small, yes, I've got almost 3,400 subscribers. Thank you guys, or I think 3,300, just over that. Thank you guys. It's growing a lot for sure. Very appreciative, and there's more to go. But until we hit that threshold, I'm gonna take it, man. I'm gonna take it and give it back. And here we go. Without any further of that, CUDOS is what we're starting off with, and I'm just gonna give shout outs as we go down. CUDOS for Joe KC 240, not 420. It's Joe KC. All right, so talking about this one here, what I think about it is it's glorious. It's been moving up phenomenally. You are overbought. You've been overbought for a while. You went up straight for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. On the 11th week, you topped out, and you couldn't really break below. You did break above the screen line, but you didn't maintain prices above it. You're having a hard time getting above it, so I would think you come back at least to this 382. It's very common to go a little bit below your 382, and you know what you have right there is this little wick, previous area of support or resistance, potentially could confirm it as support. So I would think you go down to about 0.0064 cents. Half or 64% of a cent. You might even go all the way down to your 0.5. You might even, oh man, that's actually closer to 618. That's close to the weekly high close here. You have another weekly close right here, I think, if I can see it. Nope, that's not it. It's right here, and that is close to your 6.9. So you've really got price targets all the way down from 0.064 to 0.048 and 0.038 as well. So anywhere between 0.064 and 0.038, that is a very big range, but it's very possible. I would think at least somewhere around 0.064 with the absolute complete possibility to go all the way back down here. Though, you know, looking at this for what it is, this was kind of an accumulation phase. You had an unorthodox like inverse head and shoulders pattern here, and you broke out. I wouldn't think, you know, maybe you can go below this wick, but I wouldn't think you would go too much below this. So truthfully, in my opinion, I don't think you break below half a cent, but you could absolutely go below 0.06 cents. But the target that I'm looking for, the price area that I'd be looking for, is at least this 382 at 0.0712. But I would think again that you come a little bit below that, so I would think that this 0.064 cents is at play here. You might go up first. You might come back up, form some bearish divergence, and then go down. Let's look at the daily time frames and see how this is. I don't think so. I think you're getting ready to move lower. Yeah, you had this like upward line, ascending trend line here. You're moving up right now. No volume. Volume didn't die off, man. This is a really strong move. This actually looks good. After this move down, it'll probably do some more bullish things. You know, this is actually not a bad looking chart, to be completely fair. But look at this green line here, the 123 moving average. As it's moving up, I bet you're going to continue to move down, and you guys will probably meet somewhere in the middle, right around, look at that, 0.065, 6, around that 0.064 area. So that's what I'm thinking. I think you go down for now, and then we can talk about upside. So that's CUDOS. Let's move on to XTZ. This one is Tezos, and we're talking about this one for CELOS and Alhef. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. This does look bearish, man. It looks very, very bearish, actually. You're probably going to see a dump very soon. Look at that, just like lower highs, double top here, lower highs throughout. You're like slanted downwards while slanting upwards. Yeah. You've got a kind of megaphone structure in this like topping area, right? You're probably going to come back down to the bottom of this. You might even go lower, but I would think that you would at least come back down to the bottom of this. You're at $1.14 right now. Seeing something below 90 cents, maybe even below 80 cents is totally in the cards for this thing. I really do like this green line. It's a nice, like, well-rounded curve that you have there, so that's kind of positive, leaving the door open to find support on it. You might find a higher low, but I'm a little skeptical of that. We'll see. We'll see how you do. It is possible, though, but let me look at the weekly real quick. Yeah. let's see. You kind of broke out of that. That's nice. Okay, hell yeah. Not a bad look so far. Top to bottom here, 618. You kind of just missed your 786, which is fine. I would think you could come back down here, yeah. 95 cents to 85 cents, let's say. Yeah, maybe you do form a higher low. If not, I would think that you find your low at 76 cents, like exactly, or like around that area, I should say. Previous area of support back here and somewhat of support down in this area. I definitely don't think you go below this low. It is possible you could go below these lows, but I genuinely, at the moment, I'm kind of thinking you form a higher low, probably around that 85 to like 90 cent area, with a very strong possibility of bottoming around or finding a low around 96 cents as well. But lower, nonetheless, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, man, this RSI looks really strong on the weekly, so I do think you're going to form a higher low. That's my interpretation. But if you don't, again, 76 cents I think will provide very strong support. But for now, probably going down. That daily looks hideous. Yeah, bearish divergence on your 4-hour here, pretty severe bearish divergence. I think you're about to go down. It's about to go down, man. So that's Tezos. Let's talk about YFI, Yearn Finance. This one's at the request of Flower Child, aka Teresa. We're doing this one for you. You wanted to know the highs and the lows, not just of this one, but you wanted to know, let's see, what was it? YFI, DOT, Super, and SHIB. Got 4 requests there. Seriously, guys, take advantage of it while you can. There's no limits yet, but, you know, with 11 coins like this on the docket, we're definitely testing the limits. We're getting there, but no limits set yet. Eventually, how I'm planning on doing it is, you know, right now you can request as many coins as you want, or stocks. Obviously, if you request like a ridiculous amount, I won't be able to get to them all. And if they're pieces of crap, I'll be able to figure that out as soon as I look at them. So I'll just be like, oh, this is not worth talking about. So then move on to the next one, you know. But I don't care if it's a low cap or a high cap, whatever. I will actually put effort into doing technical analysis on it. But how it's probably going to go whenever I mitigate these, I'm going to mitigate it to where every person gets 1 request. And then maybe, you know, over time it'll be only the people on Discord can do requests, and I'll do YouTube requests if I see multiple people requesting the same one or something like that. I don't know how it's going to look, but how the channel's been is mainly because it's small enough to manage. I'm only one person. We only have so much time in the day. I have a life outside of this too. I can't spend you know, I spend about 2 hours doing these videos every day, so I can't really spend, honestly, I can't really spend too much more time out of that. I need sleep, man. But without talking too much more, let's get back to the TA. I just want to give you, you know, it's been a while since I've talked about like the 4 warnings of this stuff. For anybody that's just clicking through the timestamps, I guess they might miss this part, but yeah, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen. The channel is growing, so it is going to happen. It's inevitable. So don't hate me because things change. The channel gets bigger. Things are going to have to change. It's just how it is. But I will stay true to the nature of doing requests nonetheless. It'll just, again, probably go in the formation of eventually and probably soon enough, people can only do 1 request, the Discord, and then it'll probably be just the Discord doing requests unless I see multiple requests on YouTube. Stuff like that. But anyways, enough of that. Looking at YFI here, and you can tell I'm trying to talk fast so that I can just cram it all in there, man. YFI, what are the potential highs for this cycle? I know it sounds crazy, man, but just to be fair, I mean, YFI did achieve a price of $96,000 last cycle, right? So whenever I say that it can see a price of $227,561, absolutely, it's possible. Absolutely it is. Let's see. I want to look at this real quick. Low to high. Come on now. Didn't even hit your 1272. You got close. That's actually pretty bullish, man. I know, you know, I know it dropped a lot. It went from 96,000 all the way to 5,000. Actually 4,020. But pretty bullish, not hitting your 1272 like that. That actually is a pretty bullish scenario. I wonder what you got here with this shorter one. Hit your 2618. Nice. Yeah, this thing does respect its fips, man. You can see that at the 382 resistance here that you found a couple times. You're holding a little bit of resistance here at this 236. Again, I think prices above 227K are possible for this thing. The 1618's all the way here. Let's do some quick math on this real quick. Man, I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to put some extra time in these ones, but we're doing. You wanted to know the highs and the lows, so we're gonna give it to you. 264 million. What would that mean for growth-wise? 264 million. So that would be a 27x. Yeah, that's 100% possible. 100%. You know, a 10x would be 2.6 billion, is that right? 2.64 billion, a 10x. So a 26x would be roughly, I don't know, man. Like rough. I'm all over the place right now, but probably because these are like big numbers, and for some reason my brain's not working today. But it would be like roughly like $7 billion probably. So that's absolutely an achievable number. Let alone double that would be around like 52, right? A 52x. I mean, yeah, you could absolutely with this thing see prices. I know it sounds insane, man, and that's probably what's going to be like the major headline for YFI. It's going to see a market cap or a price that's at $682,000 as its maximum potential. It could see larger than that, even. You know, it absolutely could. I want to just do real quick. Like if you were to do a 100x here, 10x would be 2.6 billion. 100x would be 26 billion. So what would 100x in overall growth be? 100x would be all the way up here. I mean, dude, you could see $1 million. This could be the first $1 million crypto, like a truly non-scam. I mean, maybe they're all scams, maybe they're not. You know, there's always that as well. But this thing could break $1 million this cycle. Absolutely. I know that sounds crazy, man, but the market cap, the amount of coins that are in existence, you know, it's basically fully diluted right now. Let's see. I'm sorry. Why can't I find this? Circulating supply. There's only 33,000. The reason why Bitcoin hasn't seen $1 million yet, and this thing could see it this cycle, is because this has 33,000. Bitcoin has 19 million, over 19 million in circulation. So absolutely, when I say this thing could see a $1 million price by the end of the cycle, I know it sounds crazy, but absolutely it can. 100x growth or more is possible. As far as lows go, getting down to the nitty gritty here, I think you've already found your lows. I think you will go lower from here, but I think you've already found like your cycle lows. Very nice accumulation phase. You're being held down by it yet. You're not ready to break out. Holding this 61869 area is nice though. You might go to your 786. You might. That would be at like 6,065, but you might not. You really might hold this $6,800 area. It really depends. I want to look at the fibs here, or the RSI. I'm sorry. Nice bounce off your 50, man. That's not a bad look at all. Your weekly RSI actually looks really nice. Gotta give it credit. Yeah, holding that green line too, man. You're not getting the positive reaction I'd like to see though. So I do think you go back below it. And what would you see? I want to get this real quick. Relative low to relative high. Come on now. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you go to your 786. You'll probably see this thing around 62 to maybe even 5,500. Absolutely possible. But somewhere lower, probably below the screen line, and that's where you'll find your low. It definitely looks weak. You haven't gotten a positive reaction off the screen line. Yes, you're holding it as support for now, but you know, like here, you rejected it. You rejected it a couple times. I don't know. You do kind of hover around it, don't you, though? I don't know. This is kind of what I would be looking for. Something like this, right? Where right now you've just been hovering around it. I don't like that. So just by default, I would think you go lower. I don't think you're going to see extensions down here. I think you've held enough support at the 618 multiple times to just prove that you're probably going to find support in this 786, 886 area. Again, around 55 to 6,200. That's YFI. Let's move on to DOT. Dotty. Binance, Kraken. I think Kraken has more historical data. I'm not going to spend too much time jumping around. Look at that beautiful M, man, just beautiful. Accumulation phase for sure. You're at the top. You're consolidating around the point where you would break out. That's very classic. Absolutely it is. DOT, man, what I love about DOT is everybody knows about it who's been in crypto at least for a cycle now. And a lot of people are discrediting it, myself included, man. I discredited it for a little bit there, but I'm starting to give it a little bit more credit, because a little bit more street cred, because everybody just seems to not believe in it. And whenever people know about a coin but they like abandon it, they stop believing in it, I'm like, okay, maybe I should put some money in this. I don't know. I actually like DOT a lot, man. I just don't know. I don't know if it's going to do well. I don't know if you'll see new all-time highs. That's my one kind of conniption with this thing. I am kind of still in the belief camp that it might have fizzled out already, but who knows? Maybe it does really well. Showing strength right now on your RSI. Yes, you have hidden bullish divergence even, but you bounce off your 382, rejecting your 236 area. Not looking too hot right now. Oh, kind of though. I would think you go lower. You probably go to about $5.20, if not $4.80 from here. Previous area that you consolidated around, and then you go up. I do think it wants to go down. You've got lower highs here, yeah. Probably goes down. Look at that. Solid downtrend in your RSI right now. Probably goes down until you see an oversold zone. Probably goes down until you're below the screen line. Anytime you're below the 123 moving average on the daily, I bet it's a good time to buy. Even if it's like just below it, or if it goes way below it, you know, like it absolutely could. Don't forget, it could absolutely go to about $4.85. But it might bounce. It really might bounce right there at $5.20. But nonetheless, I think it goes lower before going higher. Now, as far as the high goes, again, I'm not totally convinced that you will see new all-time highs, though it is possible, especially with people discrediting it. But man, I like that. You bounced right off your tooth. I like that. It's not bad. It's not a bad look. If it wasn't for crypto looking like it's going to take a dump, I mean, not all cryptos have to go down just because Bitcoin goes down. This could be one of them that goes up, shocks people because, again, DOT's being discredited right now. But I still believe, I believe in what I said. I think it goes to around 520, if not 485. I want to look at its market cap. I know, man. I'm spending so much time, but that's because you're asking for very specific things. It requires a little bit more time for those answers, in my opinion. It's versus just like the day-to-day TA. $10 billion, that's a lot of cheddar, man. That's a high market cap. Very, very high market cap, $10 billion. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So a 10x from here would give it $100 billion, and I don't know if DOT deserves that, man. But maybe it does. Maybe it goes all the way up to this 1272. It is possible. Again, I think, isn't this one... It bounced right off its 1618 down here, man. That's nice. Yeah. That doesn't mean anything as far as new highs go, but I love seeing that kind of respect on the fibs. So I would think your high, as vague as this is, will be between about $30 and $115. It's very hard to say. It depends on if DOT remains relevant. I think it has potential, but like the most potential I could see it having from here would be like a 14x. I don't think it goes much past that. If it were, like, maybe you get a 21x, maybe, but I don't know. And that's the thing that kind of deters me from DOT. Again, I'm not saying that it's completely impossible to see new all-time highs, but those kind of growths for something that like is already at this high of a market cap, like, it just doesn't interest me, man. It really doesn't interest me personally. But don't let that deter you. Maybe it interests you. Maybe you participate in the ecosystem and you get rewards or paid out, however it is that these coins, these new coins that are being printed come out. I don't know, man. I don't know too much about it. I did at one point, but I kind of forgotten what I knew about it. I'm getting off track here, man. What I'm trying to say is, again, I'm expecting probably a 15x to a 5x from the current price. If it goes down to where I'm thinking it goes down to, which is about like 520, that's a little bit above it, but whatever. You could see a 7.5x to maybe a 21x, something like that. But that's what I got for DOT. So yes, I think that it is possible to see new all-time highs, but I'm not holding my breath on it. But that's DOT. Super. What is Super? Super Farms. All right, this one's a bit different because it is so much smaller as far as like chart the historical data goes. We'll use crypto. No, maybe Binance. There we go, Binance. Nice. Okay, cool. Super. This one might be a little bit quicker to do. Is it? It's not Superverse, is it? It's Super Farm. Super Farm. Why can I not find it? Super Farm. There we go. Genesis series, baby. Market cap is this. I don't know. I don't know. That looks like a small market cap, man. So very like large potential with something like that if it catches traction. I don't know. I mean, you're at 62 cents. Absolutely, I think you could pull 100x in this thing. You could absolutely see this, and probably beyond that if it catches traction. It's really hard to determine the highs for this because it is so new. Not a lot of historical data to go off of. Doesn't seem to be a lot of interest in it at the moment, but let's see the USDT chart. There's that interest. Look, there's your volume. Nice. Yeah, there it is. There's a lot of interest in it now. Top to bottom here, I just want to look at the relative. Yeah, you're right here. You probably come back to about 26 cents, if not 40 cents, something like that. It is very common from this area to bounce off the 0.5, but it's also fairly common to bounce off the 382. So, and that's a previous area of resistance and support on this chart. So, I would say very strongly, I believe that it will go between about 26 and 40 cents. Probably, if I had to guess, closer to 26 cents. Yeah, and if it goes below 26 cents, just barely. So, don't get worried if that happens. Yes, bearish divergence, daily chart in a downtrend on its RSI. Yes, I think it's going lower. So that's super. Let's move on there. SHIB. Again, all of these are for the child of the flower herself. Looking at this here, SHIB. You know, again, this is another one, guys, that I don't know if it does break out to new all-time highs. I forget what its market cap is, but it's a top dog, quite literally. With a market cap of $5.7 billion right now. 5.7. I mean, to see a 10x in this thing would give it, from the current price, would give it about a $50 billion market cap. I don't know if SHIB deserves that personally. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. 100 billion is kind of like the cap that I would give for something like this. So maybe it could see a 19x from the current prices. That would be my best guess at a high. All-time high to lows here, right around your 1272. So yes, it is possible. That lines up pretty well. I would think, if anything, it would kind of have a similar cycle as Doge did, where Doge almost hit $100 billion in market cap, but it fell just short. You might see the same thing with SHIB, which would take you to right, literally at this 1272. So maybe you do see that, but again, that's not conducive for a whole lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. An 18.8x, that's not bad at all, but there's other cryptos that promote more growth, like for example the one we just covered, which was, what was that? I don't even remember. Super, but Super hasn't been around as long. There's not as much interest in it. You're taking a huge gamble on something like that, right? You don't really know. I don't really know. So, but those do tend to be the ones that pay off the most. A little side note: if it's going to pay off a lot, you do not bet the bank on it, right? You don't, because why? With high reward comes high risk. You could lose. There are plenty of cryptos, guys, that don't do anything. They go to zero. They stagnate. They have their one pump and then they dump. They rug pull. They have security issues. There's a bunch of cryptos out there that are made with the right reasons, man, but they have fatal flaws and they literally get hijacked. You never, with a small cap coin, put a small amount of money in there. If you can turn $100 into tens of thousands of dollars, and tens of thousands of dollars is a lot of money to you, why risk more? Why risk more? If tens of thousands can change your life, why risk more? If you're someone that has $100,000 and you could turn $1,000 into hundreds of thousands of dollars with a small cap coin, why bet more than $1,000? Just because you have 100 grand doesn't mean you should put 20 grand or 40 grand into coins like these, right? Because you never know. But speaking of SHIB, again, I think that would be its high potential, would be 30185 if it sees new all-time highs. If not, again, I'd probably think somewhere around this 786 or 886, between 4065, 4005, somewhere around there. That would be the high. I kind of do like this 1272 for a potential high, though. I'm not going to lie. As far as lows go, yes, I think it's going lower. Yes, you're in a downtrend in your daily as well. Probably not going to see some upside until you find an oversold area. Probably going to go below that green line there, the 123, and what's right below it, that 61869 area. Beautiful previous area of support and resistance back here. Love to see it. So probably around, what is that? Is 5079, 5082, or 5083, somewhere in that area. That's what I'm thinking you do. Yeah, for the potential bottom. And when is that going to happen? I don't know. Maybe at the end of this month. Kind of looks like a proper trajectory for that. Maybe in the beginning of next month. But I would think probably by the end of this month. If not, fair enough. in the beginning of next month. But just because it bottoms out does not mean it's going to skyrocket up to those highs that I was talking about. That'll be the whole cycle that it would take to achieve that. So that's Shiba. Tectonic is the next one for Mr. Justin Perkins. Tectonic. You said you're going to throw a curveball at me. I think I've talked about Tectonic. Is this a crypto or is it a stock? Maybe I thought it was a crypto. Tectonic. Is it tonic? Is that it? Is it tonic? Justin, I hope that it is, because we're probably going to go over it. Tonic. I'm going to go over tonic, yeah. Let me just see here. Tonic. Okay, yeah, we're going to do it on Dex Screener. Tonic. 24-hour volume 10. Yes, definitely a curveball, man, because that is some low volume, bro. Very low. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Wow. Not a curveball at all. Very easy. Like I was saying, if it's a piece of crap, we can tell it, and we can just be like, this is a piece of crap. Move on from this. Stay away. Yep. That's all I got to say about this one. Moving on to the next one. I wouldn't put my money in it, and I wouldn't put your money in it, even if you paid me to do it. I would lie to you. If you told me to put your money in it, you paid me to do it, I'd be like, okay, I did that. And I would put it in something like Dogecoin or Bitcoin Cash or Mana or Blue Zell, or, you know, I'm just shilling the coins that I like. But anyways, no, I'm sorry. For Marinade, oh, wait, dang it. I wrote Marinade. I think that's the coin. Man, whoever requested this, I'm not giving you a shout out because I'm not going to go through and look at or no, maybe it was Marinade. Maybe, okay. If your name's Marinade, shout out to Marinade. If not, maybe it's Mind Token that you're talking about, but for some reason I thought maybe it was. Let me just see here. Is there a Marinade? It is Marinade. Not Mind, Marinade. Okay, so whoever it was, I'm sorry I'm not giving you a shout out. But I'm not going to go through and look at the comments right now. I need to get through this video, man. But I hope good things for you nonetheless. Marinade, MND, is it MNDE? MNDE. Maybe that's what we got to do. MNDE. Unless your name is Marinade, and man, this is just a horrible fate of events right here. But let's see here. Is that First Day Mania? It is not, so we can use it. Let's do that. And just because it is First Day Mania wouldn't mean that you can't use it, but I tend to not use First Day Mania. Oh, you fell just short of your 1272, man. That's not a good thing. It's not a horrible thing, but yeah, it's no surprise that you didn't hold your 886. You probably come back to your 61869 around 18 to 15 cents, something like that, and then make strides higher. Absolutely, you could go lower. Absolutely. In fact, let's see if we can figure out if you do go lower. I want to get the relative low to high. Yeah, you could go all the way back to 11 and a half to like 9.4 cents, somewhere around there, which also coincides with the previous area of resistance right here at about 9.3 cents. The high is at 11.3 cents right there, so that kind of makes sense to me, and it is more relative. I want to put this on too and just see. Come on now. Is there anything that lines up with that? I mean, just the high itself. The high is literally right overlapping the 618 there. 1272 at your 0.5. Oh, it's not common to find support on your 0.5, though I suppose you could. So this one's a bit of a head scratcher. I would say anywhere from about, what is it, about 9 cents to 16 cents. With my belief would be you go closer to that 11.5 to 9 cent area, but you absolutely could find support around 16 cents. Let's look at the daily for, yeah, yep, looks sad, looks like it wants to go down. You're hanging on by a thread, man. You broke out of this uptrend here, you broke out of it, you haven't even seen the repercussions of it yet. You're showing some of the weaker RSI that you've seen in a while, and I think you're going to get some of the weaker or stronger moves to the downside that you've seen in a while as well. I think it's about to happen, man. It looks like it's hanging on by a thread and it's about to crap out. So, yeah. Yep. Again, potential to hold support around that 16-cent area, though I think you're going to go below 12 cents, potentially all the way down to 9 cents. So that is Marinade. Let's move on from there. Talk about PLTR for Mr. Disco. That's not right. So we're going to use Deck Screener again. Please be a piece of crap so that we can just move on from it. Hey, buddy. I don't know if we've got it. Is it this? I don't know if I can chart it, Disco. I don't know if I can, man. Low liquidity pool. Something like this, you know what low liquidity pool means? If you're buying it, you might not find anybody who wants to buy it back from you when you go to sell. Very early project, but I can't chart it. I was just kidding whenever I said please let this be a piece of crap, but it actually looks like it is, unfortunately. Yeah, no data to do. So if you want to take a risk on something like that, go for it. You know, it's up to you. Is there a market cap? It doesn't. $91,000. It's a very low market cap, man. Do the math in your head, right? So $91,000, 10x that would be $901,000. 100x would be 9 million. 1,000x would be 90 million. 10,000x would be 900 million. 100,000x would be $1 billion. If it gains traction and it gets to $1 billion, which is very achievable, you could see a 10,000x. Okay, what's 100 times 10,000? That's 100,000. You could turn $100. Wait. Did I do that right? That doesn't sound right. 10,000 times 100. No, would be $1 million, because 10,000 times 10 would be 100,000. 10,000 times 100 would be $1 million. So something like this, if you want to throw $100 in it, let it ride. Maybe it turns into nothing. Probably it turns into nothing, but maybe it goes all the way up to $1 billion and you can turn $1 million from a $100 investment. Maybe. I'm not putting my money in it. I wouldn't recommend anybody puts their money into it. It's too new. I hope this is the one you're talking about. And if it is, and it's such a low market cap and it's so new, maybe it is worth putting money into. I don't know. I don't know anything about this thing, man. But I don't mess around with things at this low of a market cap personally. I would stay away. That's my genuine opinion. It's not financial advice, though it should be. That's PLTR. We're talking about Ohm now. Ohm V2. Right? You wanted me to do Ohm V2, Mr. DAC 42069. I like your name, bro. Ohm V2? I don't know how to do it, though, is the thing. Oh, I really did want to try. You were saying that you think this is the one from yesterday, so maybe what I can do is this. Let's see. No, not news. I don't want the news. Ohm. This is Olympus Ohm. No, this is Olympus V2. No, it's the same price. Okay, so Dak, I'm not going to do the TA again on it, man. But the TA I did yesterday was on this one, because look, it says Ohm. This is Olympus Ohm V2. This is right here. Trading volume 885. That's the price. Okay. If we type in Ohm, it just says Ohm. It doesn't say V2, but it says 833. Close enough, you know, right? Whatever. I think CoinGecko adds them, so this would be like that, whatever. 1192, very close to that 1190 price. I think that's accurate. So yesterday's TA would be accurate for that. You know, it probably goes a little higher and then lower. I remember this. Yeah, probably goes a little higher and then lower. That's my thought. And then any for learn to swim. You said, do you chart any? And you did it in capital letters. So I'm assuming any would be a crypto. Or it's maybe a stock, but I don't know if it is. I might do the stock if we don't have anything else, but I would really thought that this would just be a crypto video. Oh, any swap right there. Yeah. Volume $71. Okay, I have a good feeling about this one, you guys. Yes, wow. I'm actually kind of impressed that it has a chart like this. It looks like it's on the Heikinashi, man. I'm going to double check. It's not. It's regular candles. Sheer market makerness. I'm sure that it's 100% manipulated, 100% controlled. And that's okay, but maybe not with that low of volume. I don't know. I really don't know what the market cap is on this. I would stay away. Though, if we're looking at it, to be fair, if we're looking at it, let's see if we can do any TA on it. Top to bottom, tipped your 618 almost, right? Let's see if I got the, yeah, it's all good there. Low to high, all the way, wow. Yeah, it's probably really easy to make it look good whenever you only have $24 in volume. Probably goes lower. You know, you have lower highs, lower lows, probably goes lower. I do have hope that you could be setting up for a higher low, though if not, maybe you go a little bit lower and you find support on your all-time low currently. I wouldn't put any money into this thing personally, but your 1272 is right around this low, just a little bit below it in fact, and I would think that you would at least go there if you were to continue going lower. But you might not. You really might not go lower. And the reason I say that is from this low to high here, this little move here, this was like your move up that sent you down. This was the spring that sprung you downwards. You tipped that 1618, and that's a very nice area to find support on. So you might find support at $2.30 to $1.90. And I can't believe I'm doing TA on a coin that, what, okay, oh, interesting. Hold on. I mean, this week it's seen 13 shares in volume. Last week it saw 2,000. Okay, so there's volume here and there, but I don't know, man. I would stay away. Low cap coin again early. Maybe if you want to put $100 in and just be willing to let it go forever, it could turn into a pretty penny for sure. Maybe if it proves itself later, you could throw more money into it, but not financial advice. Do what you want. I would think it goes lower from here, though. I have hopes. Might be a little presumptuous in assuming this, but I have hopes that this holds as a low. Maybe you double bottom off of it, or maybe you get a higher low. That's my hopes with it. You might be getting ready to turn around soon and see some more upside like you did back here, but first, lower. First lower, you're at $3.08. You probably drop to like $1.86, maybe $2.30, somewhere around there. If not, form a double bottom. If not, go a little bit lower than that. Look at that. That 1786 actually comes in line very well with that all-time low. So anyways, y'all, that's it. That's everything. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please leave a like button. Hit that like button. I don't know if I like any of these for a winner, man. Personally. I would say YFI is the winner. Flower Child, congratulations, because it's going to go to $1 million. You know, maybe. I don't know. But first, I mean, they all look like they want to go down in the more immediate terms. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, seriously, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. If you appreciate me, that like button very much helps. If you like the hair today, it's a little fluffed up. I got bedhead. I never get bedhead, but I got it today, man. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Have a great day. Good night. Whatever. Bye-bye.